open it up. And we will start with James Carpia from the Oregonian.
Bennett, just walk me through the pick. What did you see on the play, and just how did it feel, man? Because you're a guy who's obviously known as being a box safety and a downhill run stopper, and coverage was the question coming into the season. And between not being targeted very much in week 1 and now an interception in week 3, you're answering quite a few questions about that.
Yeah. It was a man coverage situation. Just won my one-on-one. And the receiver, stumbled in his route. Saw a ball up in the air, and I was not going to leave that one on the table, so I had to go get it. Next time I gotta, take it to the crib, but it feels good. And to answer your other question in terms of coverage being in question, that's something I've worked, I think, the hardest on this past offseason. So to see that paying off, and me getting a lot better at it is definitely rewarding.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
And if there was a lot of young players in the field, even in the first half, I think at the wheel position, lots of inexperience. How did you think you guys held up there? And was it a situation where you felt like you needed to be maybe more vocal, just to make sure everybody was where they were supposed to be?
Yeah. It was a lot of young guys out there today. A lot of guys seeing their first action. Yeah, especially even early, in the game when it's not out of hand. And it's a real competitive game. So it was definitely important for us to talk and for the leaders and more experienced guys to step up and make sure guys knew what they were doing. But I think they, handled their own. It was a little bit of a slow start for us on defense, but we picked it up, fixed what we needed to fix, and ended up with a pretty good showing. So I'm proud of those guys.
Jared Denny, Scoop Duck on 3.
Hey, Bennett, you just mentioned how much kind of improvement you spent in the offseason or trying to improve in coverage. But what does that look like? Can you kind of just take me through that process? And are you kind of happy with the progress that you've made?
Yeah, definitely happy with the progress I've made. I still got a long way to go. But, I think most of that is working on just that speed and strength training, and props to, this strength and conditioning staff led by Coach Feld. I mean, it's just incredible. And the gains I made this offseason were so much, more than any other offseason. And that's definitely a testament to the work that they're doing and the program that they have in place. A lot of time I spent just, getting my best buddies out there, getting the receivers out there, and just let's run one-on-ones. Because, there's only so much technique you can really do, right? And it comes out down to, athleticism at the end of the day and winning your one-on-one. But a lot of technique stuff that has completely put me in the right position to really dominate actually in coverage so far. So I got to keep that up, keep working, and we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
James Carpia, Oregonian.
And from your perspective, just what was the difference from the first half to the second half on defense? Obviously, Verona has a couple of picks in the first half, and he forced a couple of punts as well. But at the same time, they were able to sustain some drives and bleed the clock like they wanted to. So how was it that they were able to do that effectively in the first half, and why were you able to better stop them in the second half?
Yeah, we definitely didn't come out the way we wanted to, defensively and offensively, I think, as a team. Yeah, there was just way too many yards. I don't think we were initially winning the line of scrimmage like we wanted to. And sometimes, with a lot of young guys in there, it takes a little bit to get the wheels going. But we hit our groove, and we came out in the second half, and really in the locker room, it was just telling them, look, let's go put it to them. Let's put this thing out of doubt, out of question. And let's, go show them that we are the most, physical team out here, and that they don't want to, come back to Autzen and never play here again. So that was really it. And guys were definitely more physical, flying around. It was more energy, I think, in the second half, but we got to sustain that all game.
Last question, Jared Denny, Scoop Duck on 3.
I know you guys have such a next man up mentality, but does it start to get difficult when you look around and KT's missing and Mace is missing and Keith Brown is missing at times, and you just sort of have this long injury list piling up?
It's another obstacle. It's adversity for sure. I'm sure some guys, may take it more, be more affected by it than others. But, that's a challenge as us, for us as leaders, and as more experienced guys to pick up where the slack might be, because those guys are out, and we know we're going to get, KT back coming soon and stuff. So I think it's a great test. I really think it's a big opportunity for us to show what we can do as a defense. Obviously last week we had a lot of guys out, but this week even more, just to show, these young guys what it's like to be the next man up mentality is real. And guys are going to play. And so getting those guys in and experience is huge for us. And I think, this game was definitely the second half was good to see, all those guys in there.
Thanks, Bennett. Appreciate your time.
All right.
Congrats on
Thank
the
you
win.
guys. Yep. Thank you very much.